The wind howls across the plains of Troy, a haunting melody that echoes through the ages. It carries with it the dust of centuries, particles of history that have witnessed the rise and fall of empires. These tiny grains are the remnants of a civilization lost to time, a civilization that once thrived and flourished. Beneath our feet lie the ruins of a once great city, a city that was a beacon of culture and power. This was a place where heroes clashed and legends were born, where the very air was thick with the deeds of the mighty. The very stones whisper tales of love and loss, of betrayal and revenge, stories that have been passed down through generations. Here men and gods were locked in a struggle for the ages, their fates intertwined in a dance of destiny. This is the legacy of Troy, a legacy that has been preserved in the artifacts and relics that have been unearthed. It is a story etched in both history and myth, a narrative that has been told and retold through the ages. This timeless epic continues to captivate our imaginations, drawing us into its web of intrigue and drama. The ruins themselves are a testament to the power of the past, a reminder of the grandeur that once was. Crumbling walls and shattered columns hint at the splendor and majesty that once graced this land. We can almost hear the clash of bronze, the cries of battle, the sounds of a city in turmoil. The lamentations of the defeated echo through the ages, a haunting reminder of the cost of conflict. The air is thick with the weight of history, a palpable reminder of the human cost of war and the enduring power of myth. This landscape bears witness to the human cost of war, the lives lost and the dreams shattered. The story of Troy is not merely a tale of conquest and destruction, but a complex narrative of human experience. It is a human story, rich with the emotions and experiences that define our existence. A tapestry woven from the threads of love, hate, honor, and despair, each strand telling its own unique story. These emotions are etched into the very fabric of the ruins, a silent testament to the lives that once were. It is a story that speaks to the deepest parts of ourselves, resonating with our own experiences and emotions, reminding us of the enduring power of these primal emotions, emotions that have shaped our history and continue to influence our present. The ruins of Troy are not just stones and dust, they are a mirror reflecting our own capacity for both greatness and folly. They remind us of the heights we can achieve and the depths to which we can fall, a reflection of our own human nature. Our journey takes us back to the late Bronze Age, a time when mighty kingdoms clashed for control of the Aegean Sea. This was an era marked by grand ambitions, fierce rivalries, and the ceaseless quest for power and glory. The Aegean Sea, with its strategic importance and rich resources, was the epicenter of these conflicts, drawing the attention of the most powerful rulers of the time. Mycenae, ruled by the ambitious Agamemnon, stood as the preeminent power. Agamemnon's reign was characterized by his relentless pursuit of dominance, his strategic acumen, and his ability to forge alliances and command respect. Under his leadership, Mycenae flourished, becoming a beacon of strength and prosperity in the ancient world. Yet even as Agamemnon consolidated his rule, a storm was brewing in the east, a storm ignited by the passions of gods and men. This storm was not just a physical manifestation of nature's fury, but a metaphor for the tumultuous events that were about to unfold. The gods, with their own agendas and desires, played a crucial role in shaping the destinies of mortals, intertwining their fates in a complex web of love, jealousy, and vengeance. This is where our story truly begins, with an act of love, or perhaps an act of reckless desire. Love, in its purest form, can be a source of great joy and fulfillment, but when tainted by selfishness and impulsiveness, it can lead to devastating consequences. The line between love and desire is often blurred, and it is this ambiguity that sets the stage for the epic tale that follows. Helen, wife of Agamemnon's brother Menelaus, was said to be the most beautiful woman in the world. Her beauty was not just skin deep, it was an ethereal quality that captivated all who beheld her. Helen's allure was so powerful that it transcended the mortal realm, drawing the attention of gods and men alike. Her beauty was legendary, a gift from the goddess Aphrodite herself. Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty, bestowed upon Helen a charm that was irresistible, a magnetism that could sway the hearts of even the most steadfast individuals. This divine gift, however, came with its own set of challenges and perils. But Helen's beauty was a double-edged sword, a source of both admiration and envy. While many admired her for her grace and elegance, others envied her for the power and influence her beauty afforded her. This envy festered, creating a volatile mix of emotions that would eventually erupt into conflict. It was this beauty that would spark the conflict, igniting the fires of a war that would consume a civilization. The abduction of Helen was not just a personal affront to Menelaus, but a catalyst for a larger, more destructive chain of events. The war that ensued would test the limits of human endurance, loyalty, and honor. Enter Paris, Prince of Troy, a young man known for his charm and impulsiveness. Paris, with his youthful exuberance and naivety, was easily swayed by the promises of the gods. His actions, driven by a combination of desire and divine intervention, set the stage for one of the most famous conflicts in history. Driven by desire and guided by Aphrodite's hand, Paris sailed to Sparta and stole Helen away from Menelaus. This act of abduction was not just a romantic escapade, but a grave violation of the sacred laws of hospitality and honor. It was an affront that demanded retribution, setting the stage for a war that would span a decade and shape the course of history. This act, a transgression against the sacred bonds of hospitality, was an insult that could not be ignored. In the ancient world, hospitality was a sacred duty, a bond that was inviolable. Paris's actions were a direct challenge to this sacred tradition, an act of disrespect that demanded a response. Agamemnon, bound by duty and fueled by ambition, called upon the kings and heroes of Greece to avenge his brother's honor and reclaim Helen. This call to arms was not just about reclaiming a stolen wife, but about restoring honor and asserting dominance. The gathering of the Greek forces was a testament to the unity and resolve of the Greek states, a collective effort to right a wrong and uphold the values they held dear. The abduction of Helen was not merely a human affair. It was an event orchestrated by the gods themselves, a divine drama played out on the mortal stage. The seeds of discord were sown long before Paris set sail for Sparta, sown during the infamous judgment of Paris. The story goes that Eris, the goddess of discord, angered by her exclusion from a divine wedding, tossed a golden apple inscribed "To the fairest among the assembled gods." Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite each claimed the apple as their own, sparking a divine dispute. Zeus, unwilling to choose among them, appointed the mortal Paris to be the judge. Each goddess offered Paris a bribe. Hera promised him power, Athena offered wisdom and skill in war, and Aphrodite tempted him with the love of the most beautiful woman in the world. Blinded by desire, Paris chose Aphrodite, sealing the fate of Troy and setting in motion the events that would lead to war. Section 4, Wrath of Achilles. The Achaean fleet, 1,000 ships strong, sailed across the Aegean, carrying with them the wrath of a wronged king and the fury of 1,000 heroes. Among them was Achilles, the son of the sea nymph Thetis and the most formidable warrior of his age. Achilles was said to be invincible in battle, his only vulnerability being his heel. His wrath was as legendary as his skill, a force of nature that could shatter armies and topple kingdoms. Yet Achilles' involvement in the war was not a foregone conclusion. His mother Thetis, knowing that her son was fated to die at Troy, attempted to keep him from the battlefield. She disguised him as a woman and hid him on the island of Scyros. However, Odysseus, the cunning king of Ithaca, saw through the ruse and with a clever trick exposed Achilles' true identity. Bound by honor and oath, Achilles joined the Achaean army, his presence casting a long shadow over the plains of Troy. Section 5. The Shield of Hephaestus. As the Achaean army assembled on the shores of Troy, a divine craftsman labored in his forge, crafting a weapon of unparalleled beauty and power. This was no ordinary task, for the weapon he was creating was destined to be wielded by one of the greatest heroes of the age. Hephaestus, the god of fire and smithing, at the behest of Thetis, forged a shield for Achilles, a shield that would become a symbol of the hero's might and a testament to the god's artistry. Thetis, Achilles' mother, had pleaded with Hephaestus to create something extraordinary for her son, knowing the perils he would face in the battles to come. The shield was no ordinary weapon. It was imbued with divine craftsmanship and held within it the essence of the world itself. It was a microcosm of the world, depicting scenes of peace and war, love and loss, life and death. Each scene was meticulously crafted, telling stories of human existence and the eternal struggle between opposing forces. On its surface, Hephaestus had crafted intricate images: a city at peace, a wedding celebration, a courtroom scene, a harvest festival, all surrounding a central depiction of the cosmos. These images were not just decorative, they were symbolic representations of the world Achilles was fighting to protect. The shield was not merely a defensive weapon, it was a work of art, a reflection of the world Achilles was fighting to protect and the world he was fated to lose. The artistry of Hephaestus was evident in every detail, from the delicate engravings to the vibrant scenes that seemed to come to life on the shield's surface. When Achilles took up the shield, he held not just bronze and leather, but the weight of destiny itself. The shield was heavy, not just in its physical form, but in the symbolic burden it carried. The shield, a symbol of his power, also served as a constant reminder of his fate, of the ephemeral nature of life and the inevitability of death. It was a poignant reminder that even the greatest heroes are not immune to the passage of time and the ultimate fate that awaits all mortals. As Achilles gazed upon the shield, he saw not just a tool of war, but a mirror reflecting his own journey, his triumphs, and his inevitable end.